never like store-bought pesto. I don't.
That's really crazy, Susie. And I've never even had pestos. But that really reminds me of one time, way back when I was really young. My bestie at that time and I decided to go on a wild goose chase to Burkina Faso. So basically, the story is that she didn't really know her dad's side of the family because her dad had been in the US for a long time. And so she met this guy that said, oh, when he heard her last name, he said, oh, he knew her family in Burkina Faso and that they were really prominent. It's like he painted this picture of like royalty in Burkina Faso. So we're like, oh, we're young, we wanted to go on this adventure. We thought it would be great for her to see that side of the family and maybe get to know them. So we went we went on a long bus ride to Burkina Faso because we live in Ghana. So basically, when we went, it was hard. We had a lot of issues with immigration and all that. But finally, we were able to go to Burkina Faso, and we got to Ouagadougou, which is the capital city. It was really different from what we're used to in Ghana, but hey, it was a time to see an opportunity to see a new place, see different people. So the long and short is that we went to stay at this really nice hotel. This guy was really generous enough to put us there, and so for us that was a positive sign. Okay, that means there's something really good coming. So but for me, I was like, I'm the kind of person that is really afraid to be out there, and so most of the time I was in the room and I hardly even went out. The furthest I went was to go outside the balcony and just look around. And what I noticed was that there were lots of bicycles and all that, but that's another side. So we stayed there for about 4 days, I believe. And then during that time, what I noticed was that my face started getting really dry. It's like other parts of my body was dry, but it was basically my face that was getting dry. And then something happened, I can't even remember. Like, but my bestie and I at that time we stopped talking. We had a little argument and weren't talking. So even though we're in the same place, the same hotel, sleeping on the same bed and all that, we're not talking. I mean, crazy kids. So we're not talking, and then I was experiencing that, but I couldn't really tell her what was happening because I wasn't talking to her. And so I mean, I thought it was all perfect with her, and I was having that feeling. I could feel that my face was really dry, like extremely dry. um and I was like, what's happening? Am I in a twilight zone? What's happening to me? But I couldn't confide in her because I was fighting with her. So, I mean, long and short, 4 days later, we had to make our return back to Ghana. She didn't even meet the family, as this guy said. I mean, when he went, she went with him. So he was trying to get some, you know, and that didn't happen. So I guess he got pissed off. And so we that thing never happened. The picture he painted was all a lie. I mean, the family existed, but it wasn't royalty as he made it sound. I mean, nobody even could remember her dad and all that stuff. So we decided we went back to Ghana. We're still not talking. We got to Ghana, and then when I went and I knocked on the door, my grandfather, may his soul rest in peace at that time, when he opened the door and he saw my face, he was shocked. Like everybody was shocked. Guess what? My whole face was wrinkled, like I looked like an 80-year-old woman. When my sister saw me, she started crying, like, what happened to you? What's happening to your face? And at that time, cell phones were not there like that as it is now. So I couldn't even communicate to anybody. And I was like, what if something happens to me there? I'm talking about when we're in Burkina, nobody would even know. I mean, that's I've never made that mistake again. But like my face, then it started peeling off. The wrinkles later on started peeling off. I guess there was some natural exfoliation happening. But yeah, luckily for me, because I was scared it was gonna be like that forever. But then it started peeling off. And there's always a silver lining to everything. The positive is that those, dead skin really peeled off, and I had some really nice fresh looking face afterwards. And then when my friend and I started talking, I told her what happened, and she was also experiencing the same thing. She also had the same thing. So that was really crazy for me. Since that time, I've never had that experience ever again. And so I don't know what happened, whether the weather wasn't good for us, but everybody around us seemed to be normal. So we're the only ones that were experiencing those things. So Susie, yeah, but that doesn't beat the pestos though. And because of you, I'm gonna try pestos. Thank you.